Hi everyone, I hope you're all healthy and safe. Welcome to Take Charge Math. Be sure to check the reminders on the right for you to be guided accordingly. Our instructional video is divided into three parts, namely a quick review, an in-depth discussion, and short exercises. So I hope you are ready. I'm excited. Let's get started. For our quick review, let us recall the concepts on absolute values and operations on whole numbers. Please answer this exercise to check for understanding. Also, you may pause the video for a while to give you ample time. Good luck! Now, let us check your answers. Did you get the same results? Great job! You're doing good. Let us recall. Absolute value represents the distance of an integer from zero. Hence, the value of the integer will always be positive since it refers to distance. Then, for the number 3 question, we apply the concept of PEMDAS, where we begin the operation with multiplication, then to be followed by addition. Got it? Let us now proceed to our main topic. For today's lesson, we will discuss about operations on integers. Let us begin with the rules in adding integers. It is divided into two parts. The first one is about adding integers with the same sign. This will be our rule. To add integers with the same sign, add their absolute value and copy the common sign. Let us work on these examples. Number 1. 29 plus 41. We first get their absolute values. The absolute value of 29 is equal to 29. For 41, it is equal to 41. Then we add their absolute values. It is equal to 70. Lastly, we copy the common sign. Their common sign is a positive. Hence, we do not need to write the sign anymore. Our final answer is 70. Number 2, negative 38 plus negative 61. We first get their absolute values. The absolute value of negative 38 is equal to 38. For negative 61, it is equal to 61. Then we add their absolute values. It is equal to 99. Lastly, we copy the common sign. Their common sign is a negative. Hence, our final answer is equal to negative 99. Got it? Now, your turn. Find the sum of these numbers. Good luck! Now, let us check your answers. Did you get the same results? Good job! Now, let us proceed. For the second part, we will add integers with different signs. This would be our rule. To add integers with different signs, subtract their absolute values and copy the sign of the integer with greater absolute value. Let us work on these examples. Number 1. Negative 25 plus 30. Let us find their absolute values. The absolute value of negative 25 is equal to 25. And for 30, it is equal to 30. Then, we subtract their absolute values. It becomes 30 minus 25. Please take note that we will always put the higher value first. The difference now is equal to 5. Lastly, copy the sign of the integer with greater absolute value. Checking on it, it is positive sign. Since 30 has a greater absolute value than 25. Our final answer is 5. For our second example, we have 12 plus negative 26. Let us find first their absolute values. The absolute value of 12 is equal to 12. And for negative 26, it is equal to 26. Then, we subtract their absolute values. It becomes 26 minus 12. The difference is equal to 14. Lastly, copy the sign of the integer with greater absolute value. Checking on it, it is a negative sign. Since negative 26 has a greater absolute value than 12. Our final answer is negative 14. Now, your turn. Find the sum of these numbers. Good luck! Now, let us check your answers. Did you get the same results? Great job! Remember that you may watch the video over and over again to master the topic. Alright, let us move forward with subtraction. In subtracting integers, we follow this rule. Add the opposite of the subtrahend to the minuend, where a minus b becomes a plus negative b. Let us have these examples to make it clear. Number 1. 43 minus 16. We add the opposite of the subtrahend 16 to the minuend 43. It becomes 43 plus negative 16. Then, recall the addition rule on integers with different signs. We first get their absolute values. Then subtract it. Lastly, we copy the sign of the integer with greater absolute value. The final answer is 27. Number 2, negative 52 minus negative 14. We add the opposite of the subtrahend negative 14 to the minuend negative 52. It becomes negative 52 plus 14. Then, recall the addition rule on integers with different signs. We first get their absolute values. Then, subtract it. Lastly, we copy the sign of the integer with greater absolute value. The final answer is negative 38. Number 3, negative 33 minus negative 23. We add the opposite of the subtrahend negative 23 to the minuend negative 33. It becomes negative 33 plus 23. Then, recall the addition rule on integers with different signs. We first get their absolute values. Then subtract it. Lastly, we copy the sign of the integer with greater absolute value. The final answer is negative 10. Take time to go over it, and you will master it in soonest time. Alright? Now it's time for some short exercise. Perform the indicated operation on these three numbers. You may pause the video for a while to give you ample time. Alright? Good luck! Now, let us check your answers. Did you get the same results? Good job! Let us proceed with our last topic. Multiplication and division of integers follow the same analogy. The product or quotient of two integers with the same sign will always be positive. Let us check these examples. Number 1. 7 times 3, it is equal to 21. Number 2. Negative 6 times negative 3, it is equal to 18. Number 3. 21 divided by 3, it is equal to 7. And number 4, negative 12 divided by negative 4, it is equal to 3. Next is when integers have different signs. We follow this rule. The product or quotient of two integers with different signs is always negative. Let us check these examples. Number 1. 7 times negative 3, it is equal to negative 21. Negative 6 times 3, it is equal to negative 18. For number 3, negative 21 divided by 3, it's equal to negative 7. And lastly, for number 4, 12 divided by negative 4, it is equal to negative 3. Consistent practice will make you proficient. And by faithfully doing varied exercises, you will be able to learn the competency accordingly. Let us apply now the concept you've learned with our last exercise. For our third exercise, simplify each expression, then fill in the blank with symbol greater than, less than, or equal sign to make the statement true. Again, you may pause the video for a while to give you ample time. Good luck! Now, let us check your answers. Did you get the same results? Great job! Congratulations! And we are done. Thank you for your active participation. I hope you learned a new concept on this video. You may watch it over and over again to give you a better grasp of the competency. Also, for additional mathematics resources, you may subscribe on my channel so that I can better assist you in your journey. Thank you and see you soon. God bless.